Hello, dear viewers and subscribers. How are you? I hope you are well and enjoying the series in parts Azure certification. Actually, we are going to complete Azure certification path to complete all certification. In last session, we have discussed cloud concepts part 3, and this in this session we will be discussing core architecture component, right? Where we will be describing uh, actually learning objective of this part 4 is discussion on Azure regions, region pairs, I mean connection of these region, how can we can make pair of more than one region, sovereign region, which is almost similar to private cloud, but it's not exactly private. Availability zone, Azure data centers, resources and resource groups. Describes We will be describing subscriptions, management groups, hierarchy of resource groups, subscription and management groups. So let's start with first option about region pairs and sovereign regions. So recall in general what Azure is and what are components. So let's have a brief introduction and then we will be discussing every aspect, every point one by one.
What is Azure? Azure is Microsoft's cloud computing platform with an ever-expanding set of services to help you build solutions to meet your business goals. Azure supports infrastructure, platform, and software as a service computing with services such as virtual machines running in the cloud, website and database hosting, and advanced computing services like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT. Most of Azure's services are pay-as-you-go. You only pay for the computing time that you use. If your business needs complete control over your computing environment, Azure allows you to host virtual machines in the cloud. You can create virtual machines from scratch, upload your own virtual hard drive, or choose from an array of templates that Azure provides. Azure also provides cloud-based storage, which allows you to store your application or backup data safely and securely. Azure's app services provide a scalable hosting platform where developers can create web-based applications using popular development frameworks. You can easily deploy, operate, and scale your apps in a fully managed environment. With Azure Functions, you can create event-driven, serverless applications with no coding required. Azure Container Instances and Azure Kubernetes Service allow you to deploy containerized applications with fully managed services. Azure offers a choice of fully managed relational and in-memory databases, spanning proprietary and open-source engines, and Microsoft's Cosmos DB provides support for several popular NoSQL APIs. Azure's artificial intelligence and machine learning services empower developers and data scientists with a wide range of productive experiences for building, training, and deploying machine learning models faster. Azure's regional data centers allow you to distribute your applications globally, so you can locate your data and apps where they're needed most, thereby improving your application performance for your customers. The Azure portal lets you create, configure, and control all your services and resources from a single, easy-to-use web-based interface. Microsoft Azure offers a wide array of cloud computing services where infrastructure management, scalability, availability, and security are handled for you, saving you time and money.
To understand regions, region pairs and sovereign regions, in this example diagram you can see that it's a whole world and then whole globally it is distributed in region. Let's say you can say South Asia, USA, Asia Pacific, okay, India. So then this is distributed into further regions, region 1, region 2, region 3, and then every region have some we can say uh, every region must have zone. You can see region 2 have availability zone 1, availability zone 2, and availability zone 3. Same can goes for region 1, region 3. Any region may have more than one zone as well, because it depend on the area. Let's suppose if you are going to deploy your resources, you are in Pakistan and you are going to deploy your resources, and you see that this application is more relevant to Saudi Arabia based, USA based, then definitely you will be deploying your application in that region. Okay, in that region you will see which availability zone best for you. So if in Saudi Arabia your zone is Riyadh, then definitely you will select that zone, so that traffic latency and traffic load and other rest of parameters should be met, and your application can perform very well. So you can see in the diagram as well, availability zone 2 have more further availability set. These are the data centers provided by cloud, and these data centers can be owned any consumer, I mean any customer. If you are a consumer and customer, you have some kind of subscription, you have some contract, and then you can deploy your application in this data center. You can own this as a private, and you can also acquire as public. So you can make also this zone or region as a sovereign region. So let's discuss what is further region pair. So here in this diagram you can see we have two region. Uh, in region 1 we have availability zone 1, 2, 3, and also in region 2 we also have three zones. So let's see why we need region pair. Let's suppose uh, we need synchronization between two regions, some kind of applications, and if you want that in if something you have available in region 1 and you don't want to be redundancy or duplication in region 2, then definitely you will make connection with your region 1 to get the access of those resources. And second option can be that in any case of failure, let's suppose if you don't want to be have resources in within one region, in any case is in that region is mishap, destroyed or not available in any case of incident, then you cloud responsibility is to move automatically your traffic to region 2. So these are the concept of region pairs, so that you can use for backup, you can use for centralization something. So there are number of benefits and reasons to use region pairs. Actually, in short, we can say that if one zone goes down in any due to any reason, the other continues working. Okay, okay. And now it's a sovereign regions. In addition to regular region, Azure also has sovereign regions. Sovereign regions are instances of Azure that are isolated from the main instance of Azure. Okay, so some regulations, compliance to meet some securities. You need some another region isolated and for different purposes, then you go for sovereign region, and this is Azure providing. You may need to use sovereign region for compliance and legal purposes, as I described you. And as you can see in the diagram, we also have private cloud, we also have sovereign cloud, and sovereign cloud is connected to other public clouds. So this is the main difference between private and sovereign region. In case you need some more security, some more manageability to be private other than private cloud, then you can go for sovereign region. Okay, so let's see what is next. So explanation for you to make it more clear. Here in this diagram you can also see that we have data center which is connected to two regions, and below we have region pairs with different availability zone. So we have discussed already, and this is again just different diagram to explain you and get more in more detail. So next is resource and resource groups. In this diagram you can see that I tried to explain you in a simple way. When you create a resource, you must have that resource in resource group. Okay, I mean first you have management group, then subscription. Under subscription you have some resource groups, and any resource must have the part of resource group, and any resource within one resource group cannot be part of another resource group, and any permission applied to resource group will automatically be applied to all the resources in that group. So these are the basic concepts which I want to explain you. Actually, the resource groups are simply grouping of resources. When you create a resource, you are required to place into a resource group. Resource group provide convenient way to group resources together. When you apply an action to a resource group, that action will apply all resources within the resource group. If you delete resource group, all the resources will be deleted. If you grant or deny any access to resource group, you have granted or denied access to all the resources within the resource group. When you are provisioning resources, it's good to think about the resource group structure that best suits your need, right? For example, if you are setting up a temporary dev environment, grouping all the resources together means you can deprovision all the associated resources at once by deleting the resource group. If you are provisioning compute resources that will need three different access schemas, it may be best to group resource based on the access schema and the assign access at the resource group level. So next is Azure subscription, and let me uh, explain that as well. In Azure, subscription are a unit of management. I mean billing and scale. Similar to show resource groups are the way to logically organize resources. Subscription allow you to logically organize your resource groups and facilitate billing. In this diagram you can see we have one Azure account, and you have different subscription like dev subscription, test subscription, production subscription. So that subscription might be billing differently. They have different boundary, they have different access control. Okay, so you can have subscription environmental based, structure based, billing based. So and then we have management group, a final piece of management group, like resource are gathered into resource groups and resource groups are gathered into subscription. If you are just starting a Azure, that might seem like enough hierarchy to keep things organized. But imagine if you are dealing with multiple applications, multiple development teams in multiple geographies. So for that reason, you have management group, subscription, and resource group. So in this example, you have seen all this hierarchy and example. So let's move to the exercise and earn some more points. Let's start knowledge check. Choose the best response for each question. So we have gone through all the uh, information and description in this era of cloud infrastructure, core component of cloud infrastructure, and now let's test our knowledge. How many resource uh, group, how many resource group can a resource be in at a same time? It's mean a resource group, let's say you have a resource, one resource VM, it's saying that that VM can be part of more than one resource. I think no. So any resource can be same time in one resource. Okay, and what happens to the resources within a resource group when an action or setting at the resource group level is applied? So it's saying that if you have number of resources within a group and you apply settings, later on if you add another resource, those settings will be applied in new resources as well. So uh, the settings is applied to current and future resources, because whatever resource will be part of that resource group, uh, all the policies and rules will be applied automatically. So I will go for this option. And third is what Azure features replicates resources across regions that are at least 300 miles away from each other. So actually we have to know the within 300 miles which features Azure provide us. It's a region pairs, availability zones, or sovereign zones. So sovereign zones regions, it's not belongs to this. So availability zones can be any within any region. So because it's all about the 300 miles, and definitely why the distance matters when we pair regions. So this is the limit you can go for pair the regions. So I will select this one, and let's see uh, how many points we earn. Oh, great. You earned almost 400 points. And let's see, review the answer. Great. We have covered this session as well, and we will be discussing next part in part 5, your management and governance. So let's see you tomorrow. Keep in touch, and please don't forget to subscribe if you have not. Otherwise, keep watching and sharing in your circle. And also, please provide your comments so that we can improve the area where you want. And also mention any topic so that in future I can add in pipeline. I can made some video and create some video and provide you on this channel. Thank you.